Have you ever considered buying a second PS5? Maybe you're like me, and you already owned a PS5, and then you upgraded to a PS5 Pro. Now you have two of them, so you'll take the old one, put it on your secondary TV. Well, too bad. Sony's not going to allow it. Now, if you live alone, maybe you won't have this problem, but if you share your PlayStation with your family or roommates, Sony's just not going to let you do that anymore. Not with more than one system. Now, this also only applies to digital games, so if your entire collection is physical, I guess you're in the clear. But I think most people have a mixture of digital and physical games, and a lot of people probably are completely digital at this point. I've personally built up a pretty massive collection of digital games, especially thanks to the free game of the month that you get through PlayStation Network every month. And a lot of indie titles are only available digital. You can't buy them physical if you want to. So when I got my PS5 Pro this past fall, I took my old PS5 down, set it aside for a moment, and was enjoying it. But then the time came to finally upgrade the other room where I had a PS4 Pro in place. I thought, hey, let's upgrade it. Let's, get the PS5 in here, and it can play Ultra Blu-rays now. So yeah, it's going to be a great second addition to our living room. The kids are going to primarily use it. Great for watching TV, streaming services, and games, and discs, and what have you there. But no, it wasn't. A couple weeks after putting it in place, my kids finally told me, we can't play games on the PS5. And I thought maybe they were confused, maybe they were having some other issue that they weren't communicating well to me, that something was causing them not to be able to play games. But no, when I finally went and looked at the profiles, I could play games just fine under mine, but if I go under my kids, he's got a lock besides every single game. Every one locked out except for, the ones we have on disc. And the same was true for his mom's account. Only my account can play games because it's my PlayStation. I have the primary account there, and all the purchases happened underneath my account. But after investigating a while, I finally found the setting that I think was at play. It was called console sharing and offline play. It's like, oh, this is disabled. That's the problem. I just turn this on and everything will be fixed, will be good to go. But when I went to turn it on, I got a lovely message telling me, oh, this is going to disable the feature on your PS5 Pro now. And so finally, the situation was pretty clear to me. Sony only allows you to own one PS5 in your household. You basically just aren't allowed to have more than one. But now that I've explained the problem to you, let me take a quick break to say, if you enjoy this video, please take a moment to like it, and if you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. So right, where was I? Oh yeah. What the fuck, Sony? What evil idiot executive thought that this was a good idea? Who approved this? What person said, oh, I know, one PS5 is plenty, and they can just buy another copy? Nobody's gonna do that. This is idiotic. This is just the dumbest thing. Whoever came up with this or approved it or whatever, all of you need to be fired. Now, if this made any kind of sense, we would be able to just play these games fine. The same way I had my PS4 in one room and my PS4 Pro in the other room, I should be able to do the exact same thing with my PS5 and my PS5 Pro. But, that's not the case. And I guess I could understand if I had this registered to like 10 different PlayStations all around the world, but it's not. It's 2 PlayStations that I own. They're in my house with the same IP address. Now, what can we do about this? I could just drop Sony like a hot potato, but I've got over 300 games invested into this library now. I'm kind of platform locked at this point. Xbox is falling apart, doesn't seem like a viable option. Nintendo's there, but they're usually not the best choice for third-party games. And I've told you all, I'm not a PC gamer. I like fixed hardware platforms. I like consoles. I don't want to switch to PC, but Sony's got me wondering. And so right now it seems like my best option is just to make this video. Hopefully I can stir up some ire with the community and get people complaining to get Sony to do something about this and fix the problem. And now I want to be fair, this isn't just a Sony problem. All the major digital platforms have issues. All of them have problems. You can never have the exact same rights and ownership privileges that you would have with a physical copy with your digital purchase, whether it's Steam or Nintendo or Microsoft. I guess there's GOG out there, but that's kind of a very tiny percentage of the market that's buying games there. And Steam is trying to make this better. They've made some changes to their family plans recently that seem like they're heading in the right direction. They're figuring out that people aren't going to put up with this for much longer and doing something about it, but only to so much extent. And Nintendo, they've just introduced their digital game card system. It seems like a way to make this a little bit easier. We had similar issues with our Switches in this house. We had to have, physical copies. We could just swap them out. But if we had a digital copy, we ended up having to buy multiple copies. We didn't really do that too often, maybe once. We just buy the physical game and hand it to somebody. So the digital game card kind of gives you that same kind of convenience, but it's still not a complete fix for the issue. And I'm not going to even get into the fact that you should have the ability to lend games to your friends perfectly legally, but not many people seem to take us up on giving us that option. But the fact of the matter is, until we have legislation, until we have laws in place that protect people, that guarantee that when you buy something digitally, you have the same exact rights you would with a physical item, we're going to keep having this problem. And if these companies want us to move to an all-digital future, they better stop treating us like criminals. But for right now, it seems that buying physical copies is the only way you can truly own the games that you buy. And even then, you have to worry about, does it have online features, online play, something that's required. If you can't play it fully in offline mode, you don't actually own it. So for now, I guess I have to put my old PS4 back into place in that second room. Can't use that PS5. Guess I'm gonna have to sell it. I don't like selling my old consoles. I have pretty much every console I've owned since I was a child. I don't like getting rid of them. I like keeping them around, but it looks like I've got no use for this one at this point if it's not gonna even be able to play games. And who knows, maybe this is the straw that breaks the camel's back and gets me to give PC gaming a try again. Good job, Sony. Well, I had to get pretty aggressive in this one, but I got good reason to be pissed off. And I think you do too. I'm hoping I don't have to make a lot more videos like this, but yeah, until these companies do something, I'm going to keep making videos like this whenever they screw us over. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and like this one if you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time.